Most tiering systems tend to consist of 2 or maybe 3 tiers of persistent storage. We'll look at a system that's got 3 tiers: Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3. Now let's add some blocks of data. So there we have it. Our blocks are nicely scattered across all 3 tiers. Now let's make the blocks relating to our financial reporting system appear as red. There they are in our top tier of storage, so should perform like the wind. However, as we can see, our top tier of storage is starting to fill up, and we're getting short on space in Tier 1. So the system decides to bump our blocks down to Tier 2. And guess what that does to performance of our financial reporting system? Right, it makes it worse or slower. And what if at a later date the system decides to move some of our data down to Tier 3, the lowest of the low tiers? Well, that's right, performance gets even worse. Now this can and does lead to unpredictable performance. An application that performed well last month when it was on, let's say, Tier 1 or Tier 2 storage, now performs worse because it's on a lower tier of storage. Not ideal. It can also lead to a fragmented back-end layout, meaning that blocks relating to your application might be randomly fragmented across the entire back-end of your array, no longer in a sequential layout. This can negatively impact some workloads, such as backups and database refreshes. So be careful. Tiering comes with baggage and might not be appropriate for some systems. That being said, Flash-based systems that have multiple tiers of flash, such as MLC and TLC, won't suffer so much from performance issues as data is moved up and down the tiers, or certainly won't suffer anywhere near as badly as spinning disk-based systems. The reason for this is the major differences between higher tier and lower tier flash is not necessarily performance, but reliability, as in how many write cycles the flash media has. TLC, for instance, can perform just as well on read performance as MLC. You just can't write to it that often without it wearing out. Anyway, that concludes our lesson on storage performance. My name's Nigel Poulton, and I've been your instructor for this lesson.